Roger Lee. I've been with the Close School for 5 years now, and I teach and do some administrative work as well. In my role as a director for pre-college engagement, I'm spending a lot of time on working with middle schoolers, high schoolers, and really trying to get them to be pitch perfect, for lack of a better word. Right? How do they develop a pitch for their entrepreneurial ventures and beyond? And the work has really shifted a lot in the last year. During the pandemic, I got really skills-based oriented and said, these kids need to learn more than just entrepreneurship in a vague sense, but they need to learn how to pitch. And some of that is now trickling down to you guys, right? We're thinking of ways to embed that more into our collegiate curriculum as well. Really mastering the pitch so that whether you become an entrepreneur or not, you're going to come out of here with the art of the pitch and be able to go on Shark Tank and do all the other cool things you want to do in your life. Give TED Talks, get the jobs you want to get, rally up the troops, right? Start those nonprofits, become brand ambassadors. All that comes from having really strong skills in the pitching arena. So I'm happy that we're moving that way as a school and as a curriculum. And again, that's what we're focused on now. So I will share my screen very quickly. Let's see, here we go. And this is a very short, painless presentation, I promise. And the peer leaders who were there, you guys know a lot of this information already from our training, but this has been adapted for the students. So again, we're going to ask you guys to do a pitch presentation project that will technically start today. And this will go on till college day in September. So the quick overview of this project, right? The assignment is that incoming first-year students will collaborate with their peer leaders and their actual peers to design and deliver a pitch presentation on their group startup idea. And this startup idea can be a nonprofit organization, or it could be a for-profit business. The choice will be yours. But again, much like today, when we put you into rooms and you guys have to come up with ideas as a group, you'll be doing the same exact thing in a greater context. And again, this is me and some of our students from our last in-person camp experience, which is really awesome. And Al Altamari is the sponsor and the creator of this initiative we did with the young ladies. So the contents, right? There are 3 M's that I've coined for this, the mission, the monetization, and the management. These are the 3 M's that drive any successful pitch. All right, so let's take a closer look at each of these. The mission, what is the problem that you're trying to solve? And what is the solution that you propose? Those are the 2 parts of a mission. Again, the problem and the solution. This goes into ideation, which you guys will do tomorrow with Dr. Oslam. But in a nutshell, you need to identify a problem worth solving and then use data, your own intuition, your own experience, the expertise of your team to figure out what's the best solution for solving this problem. And that's a lot easier said than done because there are a million solutions for each problem. Or we could say world hunger is an obvious problem, but yet each of us in this room will have our own way of tackling world hunger. So it's really important to not just identify a problem worth solving, but to figure out what is the best solution that the team and I can use to solve this particular problem. So again, problem and solution work hand in hand, they're married, and they become M number 1, which is the mission of your pitch. The second M in the 3M sequence would be monetization. And this is really just a fancy way of saying, how are you going to make money from your solution? And when we talk about making money, it's just not profit. Of course, profit is preferable, but we're talking about revenue in general. So this could be funding, right? How can you get bank loans? How can you get grants? How can you get sales, right? How can you become profitable, meaning you have more income than expense? All of these things will be figured out in your monetization strategy. And I have to say, after doing this for so many years, I see a lot of young entrepreneurs struggle in this arena. They have the best idea. They're so passionate about solving the societal mission, but they have not really mastered the art of monetization, figuring out how can I liquidate this? How can I turn it into some stone cold cash? So that's what we're doing there for the second M. And then the third M is management. How are you going to manage your solution? Meaning, what is the legal structure, right? Are you going to be a for-profit business, which could be a sole proprietorship, a LLC, a limited liability company? You could be a corporation, an S Corp, a C Corp, a B Corp. Or are you going to be a nonprofit organization, which is a 501c3? You're going to start there, figuring out the best legal structure to support your solution. And then you're going to figure out, who's my dream team? Who are the folks that I need to work with? And those people can be volunteers, they can be professionals, or a combination of both. But it's really important to realize that there's no such thing truly as a solopreneur. Even folks like me who are a one-man show with their business, we outsource, right? We still work with other people. We still have teams. We still have volunteers. So realize that you're going to have to work with somebody, even if it's one other person. And it's important to know who that person, who those people are, where they fit in. Is there a hierarchy, right? Is there an old school model where you have like a president, a CEO, an exec director at the top, and people funnel down? Or is it real new school and linear where everybody's in charge? Everybody has an equal voice, equal stake in the company. It's important to figure all of those things out in the management. So again, those are our 3 M's, and I want you to memorize those, right? Mission, monetization, and management. So the process, right? I'll introduce the pitch project, which I just did. After this, the peer leaders will be working with their groups of assigned students that Julia and I pre-assigned, and you guys will really become the leaders / pitch coaches for that group. Where you're going to be there to troubleshoot, to help them with the ideation process, to answer any problems they have, and dissolve any conflicts, which we don't anticipate there being much of. Right? After the camp is over, though, you guys will meet one-on-one, and not just one-on-one, right, but with your group and your actual peer leader, at least one time a week before college day, which is in late September. And then the incoming first-year students will present their pitches on Zoom during college day. It is all about you guys. You will be on the floor, right? The red carpet rolled out for you. You're the superstars presenting these amazing, brilliant pitches that you came up with. So with that said, any questions for me? And I'll stop sharing so I can see your face.